Hey guys, Summer here, and welcome back to another Weiss deck profile. Today I'm bringing you guys my Quintuplets deck profile, the deck I used for the BCS regionals in Richmond. I didn't really do that well, but I feel like I want to bring this deck profile to you guys as well, simply because I find this deck being really good. I want to get that out there if people still don't believe it. I find this Ichika, it's currently the best Quintuplets build simply because it can break a lot of boards. It can deal with a lot of stuff. And the tools that it has is really good for the current meta. And even though I didn't do too well in the originals, I still think that this deck is really good since I didn't perform too well because, you know, how the nerves are, right? If you get nervous, you obviously gonna make misplays. I ended up going 5-2. So without further ado, let's go into the deck file. I'm playing 3 of these middle runner Ichikas. Not only these are middle runners, but also when this card gets reversed, you get to mill the top 3 cards of your deck. You add 1 Ichika and then you discard 1, right? This only adds Ichika characters, so do remember that. On top of that, this is the card that you need to having clock to early play a specific card in the deck. Moving on to these brainstorms. This is a top 2 brainstorm, but it's also a mill 5, so you have an extra chance of hitting the brainstorm. On top of that, you get to mill 1 extra card. Yeah, I know this is a mill rest 2, but H-Cop doesn't really have a problem with any back rolls, right? So the tab 2 is not really an issue. On top of that is a mill 5, right? Now it only searches for H-Cop, but this is a primary H-Cop build, so it's not really a condition. The first effect is pay 1, send this to waiting room, mill the top 4 cards of your deck, and you can add any character. It's not just Ichika. So the first effect, the mill 4, send this to waiting room, is add any character, and then the brainstorm is search Ichikas only. Now I'm running 3 copies of these hand fixers. I find this hand fixer is very good and extremely good. It's practically a must run as 3 of, or more of. Do or more of. Right? When this card's placed from hand, you check the top 2 cards of your deck. You get to rearrange them. That first effect becomes very prominent when the second effect comes in. Right? When this card's placed on stage, you ditch 1, you reveal the top card of your deck, and then you salvage X. X is equal to the level that you revealed, right? So you reveal a level 3 with level 3, you get to salvage a level 3 or lower character, or Ichika character, right? Etc. Move on to the level 0 Suiciders. I run 3 copies of this. I find 4 too many, like the majority of my cards. I believe like mostly 3 of right now. On top of being a level 0 Suicider, the second effect is when this card is sent to waiting room, you get to pay 1, choose a Ichika character from your waiting room, put it at the bottom of your clock. And then you get to mill the top 5 cards of your deck, up to top 5. And then you add 1 Ichika character. Not only mills 5, you also have the option to draw 1, ditch 1 as well. So not only this is a mill 5, but you can have the option to draw 1 extra card and then hand fix. So essentially this goes to 6 cards in your deck from the price of 1 and dealing damage to yourself. And it helps you level in a way because you're clocking yourself, right? And you can also overplay this to get the effects as well. So it's really good, and it has some synergies to this card. If this card is in your radium, you can sack this to put this in your claw to enable the airplay in a way. So it's a really strong card for this deck. Move on to other levels. We're running these 2 free encores. One of the effects doesn't matter because I'm not running it. So essentially, you can rest this to pump a character 1500, but the other effect that stock kicks is for a specific character. That's I believe it's from set 1 that I do not run. So yeah, the 1500 power is really nice. But what we really want is the first effect. When one of your characters gets sent to a waiting room, you can sack this instead. So it's a free encore. And this card is really good for a specific card later on. Move on to I think the second best card in this entire set, the entire Quintuplet set, and it is these CX swappers. This series software is amazing because if you like have a lot of cards in hand, you can actually, this is actually a +1. You can actually basically pay nothing for the CX swap. So I'll play, you could choose one card in your hand, put it in stock, and then obviously second effect, you pay one digital climax to salvage. So in a sense, you can fix your hand by putting a climax in there, and then pay it out to salvage, to exchange for a climax that you need. So yeah, not only this card can be a hand fix, or it can also be a free stock to use this effect on. It's like really good. Itsuki recently got one from the leaks, and Itsuki does not have a problem with hand at all. And this card is amazing for it. Right now I'm playing 2 on play Ricky's. This card is just for more consistency, right? If I don't want the on death the Central Radium ability, to take damage, this card comes in handy because it's on play. And it helps me level up faster. It helps me level up if I'm stuck. On top of that, is on play check top as well. So I get to choose to mill or keep it, right? I get to know what my trigger is for my first deck, or mill through my deck. Yeah, right. So I'll play Ricky, very good. I run 2 of. It's just consistency wise. Move on to my level 1 combo. Currently running only 1 because I'm running the level 3 combo right now. Level 1 combos out with this card. On play against 1500, so on attack is essentially 7k. Climax combo with this, you have 2 or more other Ichigas. It gains 2 or more other Quintuplets characters. It doesn't have to be Ichiga. It gains the ability on attack, pay 1, gets Twin Drive, and then after this card's attack, you reveal the top card of your deck. Depending on the level that you reveal, you salvage a character with that level or lower, as I say. So yeah, for example, you reveal the level 3, you get salvage level 2 or lower. Very good card. It goes through your deck. Twin Drive is really good because you can pay out some dirty stocks, and obviously it's +1 from the great, and you can salvage the character. Very nice. Running 3 of this event, I love this event. This event is amazing in this deck, simply because not only is a mill 2, when you mill 2, right, you get salvage character, and then after you salvage the character, you get to look at the top 2 cards of your deck and then rearrange it. So it gives you knowledge of the deck. It mills you 2, and then it salvages depending on what level you milled, right? If you mill level 2 or lower, you salvage level 2 or lower, etc. Right? And this has another effect. If you salvage a level 3 character, you get to bounce back 1 character your opponent controls. Very good. It mills to your deck, it breaks board, and it gives you, and you get to know what the top 2 cards of your deck are. And keep in mind, this is only for each card, right? Very good card. I'm running 2 of these level 1 Suicider, mainly because there are some times where I don't get a level 1 combo, and the secondary effect actually comes in handy. The second effect is, if all my other characters are Ichiga, this becomes Twin Drive. Simple. And it's a level 1 Suicider, so that's a plus, I guess. The last one I'm running is 1 copy of this. Now I tried out 2 copies. I didn't even have a lead for 2, and 1 was just perfect around. It's a assist times 500. Also, if you trigger a choice combo, I can rest this card, and salvage a character in my video. So it's any character, not just Ichigo this time. So there are a few cards that actually salvages other Quintuplets characters, not just Ichigo. This is one of them, and then this is the other. Well, this searches for Ichigo in a sense, because you look at, this searches for Quintuplets because you could use the first effect to pay for 1, sack this, and look at all 4, right? And the other effect is, during your turn, these this card gains 1k and ability, right? At the end of this card's attack, I gotta look at the top card of my deck. I can choose to leave it or mill it. So it synergizes with this combo very well, right? If you don't like the card you see on top, you can mill it with this first, then choose this card to reveal it, and perhaps get a different outcome. So it's very nice. I'll move on to level 2s. I'm running 2 of these, 2 ones. This card is a very nice, very good with the current meta because it's a board breaker. Also, it has an additional effect when this card is placed. You get to choose one of your characters and it gains 1 soul. So yeah, you get this swing extra damage and you get to break their board. The condition is I sack this to waiting room. You bounce. Now it synergizes with this specific card. This card. So essentially, you can use this card twice for the price of 1 stock. So when you try to send this to the waiting room, you can send this instead. So this card actually stays, and you send this again. So essentially, one of this can bounce 2 characters if you have this on board. With all the board breakers we have in this deck, I am considering to take out this and go for the other build, which is double the 1 combo, and maybe bump this up to 3 instead of 2. Right? But like I said, we'll see how the meta shifts, and my decision will be made depending on that meta. Next card, pretty much self-explanatory. It's a early play anti-change. And I'm currently running the minus soul backup simply because it actually did help me quite a bit in this current meta. There was a few games that this came in handy during the regionals. The condition is just pay 1 sack a character and you just got it right. We are running the memory backup, one of the few cards that is not Ichika, and look at this card is really easy to grab, right? You have your 8th choice just from it. You have this card that's searchable with this. You can search, yes, this card can search this. And then you have the 0/0 brainstorm that's also able to grab this from the checked out 4 effect. Right? Memory backups are extremely good in this form. In this game right now, simply because if any finishers that's not on attack, essentially this is just a anti-damage, essentially. And not just that, there are more benefits to this, right? You can get rid of some cards your opponent has currently that's not level 3 as well. So memory backups, if you have it, is practically a must run, right? In every deck. We move on to level 3s. I'm running 3 copies of this finisher. It comes with combos with this card. Comes combo with this. On play heal. On attack, ditch 1. Keep in mind, it's on attack ditch 1, not after its attack. On attack ditch 1. If your opponent cancels, depending on how many other quintuplets characters you control, you can shove back that many cards from their ability to their deck and then burn that many, right? So if I have 4 or other, I shove back 4 and then burn 4. 3 or other, shove back 3, burn 3. Because this card doesn't count itself. It's pretty good. It's not bad, right? It's definitely not bad. It definitely finishes games because you get to shove back and burn. And depending on the cards left in their deck, it's probably much game over, right? I'm running 3 copies of these early play combos all with this. And the early play condition is to have this card into your clock. I don't particularly like early plays that doesn't heal, but this early play effect is actually really good, and it does help a lot when you essentially break the board and you drop this down on them. So Climax combo is when I have 4 more other Quintuplets characters and have this obviously on attack, I can search my deck for up to 2 Quintuplets characters, and then add 1 of them to my hand and add the other to stock. And then of course this gains 3k, so on attack is 14k basically during my turn. The third effect is what makes this card a little too good. I'll pretty crazy. This is what the third effect is. It's actually pay 1, check top 2. It's actually a pay 1, check top 2 stride. Right? So you can see how good this card is. and it actually counters the Ichiki Mocha in a way, because the purpose of Mocha is on attack check top 3, and if they're attacking you, like they have to use their effect first, then you get to use their effect. Right? They Mocha you, you use this, you mill the 2 cards that are clean that are on top of the deck, and have better chance of canceling, right? And you see a climax in all of the top 2 cards that you see with the effect, you just leave it, right? So very good. Maybe it's very good. It hand fixes. It gives you stock that you pay for this card. On top of that, it helps you take less damage. Now moving on, I find this card is probably, I think, the best card in Quintuplets right now. Simply because this card is amazing. Right? It's a early play condition. Is 4 more other characters. Already good. On play, I dish 1 to salvage any of these choice climaxes in my waiting room. That's insane. On top of that, when this card is on play, when this card is played from hand, I'll get to look at the top card of my deck. If it's a character, I get to add it. Well, if it's an Ichigo character, I get to add it, which is majority of the deck anyway, so that is practically a free add. So not only it's a hand fix, it replaces itself by check topping. If you hit, that is. It has to be a character, so if you hit the event or the climax. At worst case scenario, you don't add. This is always a good thing if you early play, because it always gives you what you want, which is the climaxes. And just additionally, when this card attacks, you get to give a character 3k. The 3k doesn't matter. It's what the on play effect is. It ditches, you add any climax. So, very good. Highly recommend you guys play at least 2 of. Consistency wise, every game I want to see this in my hand. Every game I want to see this. That's how good this card is. Anyways, for the climaxes, I'm actually running 4 of the level 1 combo, 2 of the early play, and then finally I am running, where is it? 2 of the level 3 combo. Well, cards like these, right, and cards like the CX Shopper is extremely easy to get what climaxes you want into your hand, and depending on what situation you're in. So doing a 4-2-2 split is no problem at all. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Videos is going to be rather vague. I think videos probably I don't have a fixed schedule, so videos it's going to take a while, right? Depending on the days, I guess, right? So yeah, Weiss videos is probably gonna not be too frequent, as I say. But yeah, I appreciate you guys staying by for so long. And I'll see you guys on the next deck profile.